Every day is different for sure. And as you can see, we have a little newborn that just adds to the craziness of everything, of feeling isolated, feeling like we don't have our support system in place, and besides each other, of course, and then the difficulties of him working from home and having all of the distractions. So today I feel good, but ask me tomorrow.
Interestingly enough, I wake up every day without an alarm clock at 7:25 in the morning. I have no idea why. So that part of the routine is pretty good. The routine that I haven't been good at is I've worked long into the night. Most people in this time are, having great times and running and jogging and exercising. And I'm just working far more hours than I ever have before. Art doesn't play much of a role in my life. I'm a big reader, so I'm always constantly trying to learn things about different processes and stuff like that. But by and large, most of the art has to do with picking what goes into my restaurants.
I've made art since I was a kid, and it is always very emotional for me. It's an emotional outlet, and viewing art, experiencing art, um, is it's always an experience, something that happens to you.
Art is one thing that brings people joy in their lives a lot of the time. Like without art, our life would be really stinking boring, you know? So um doing that and helping like parents keep their kids entertained and everything, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like to play music, so pretty much every day I probably play the piano for an hour a day, um, or I watch videos of people playing piano or other instruments.
And then an art that I definitely, you could say it however you want, but the actors who are on TV or movies definitely are getting a lot of attention right now, just because everyone's stuck at home watching Netflix, and it's kind of a joke. But I mean, the shows that we watch, they're intriguing to us for a reason. It's because the actors and directors and all of the people put so much thought and work into it, and it is obviously entertaining. And I would say I definitely have been watching more TV recently. So yes, I would say that is how art plays a day to day in my life.
Art's subjective. What somebody likes is a personal preference. For me, art is reading, it's gardening, it's music, it's movies. It's kind of everything, and it's a way of looking at things just for your own enjoyment.
I've been watching Gilmore Girls, which is great. Thank you, Lydia, for recommending that to me. It's just a very feel-good show, and I feel like everything right now on TV is just, I mean, not everything, but a lot of TV is just right heavy and dramatic, and I right now just need something that's not that, you know? Um, Although, on the other end of the spectrum, I've been listening to My Favorite Murder podcast about true crime, which is also a comedy podcast. But I mean, those ladies try to keep it like light, but they also know what it's like to have anxiety and depression and all that kind of stuff, and it's hard on them too. And it's just they know what it's like, and it's nice to hear someone talk about that stuff who knows what it's like. It's relatable, and yeah, it's nice.
My favorite podcast is Wonderful with Griffin and Rachel McElroy. It's always been a little spot of light in my life, like it has been throughout, like over the past year or how long? 2 years, because Miranda showed it to me. And now it's been more than ever, and I really like um, they're really open about how everything's been affecting them. I really like that overall. The media that's coming out now is really um, open about how everything is affecting them and showing that they are also being affected. But Wonderful is really good because they always talk about these two or four things, two things each, about just what they really like and how it's bringing light to their lives.
Art is something very personal, but at the same time also something that people can use to connect with other people.
Art is a pretty dynamic term, I think. I think art is kind of anything that is spawned from like someone's creativity or someone's mind. It doesn't have to be like visual art or
Tangible and
tangible.
yeah.
Doesn't have to be music, doesn't have to be a painting. Like it can come in many forms.
It's just a creative expression of someone,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of how it's done. I would agree.
Art is creativity, and creativity is how you solve problems. The world's biggest problems are solved by not doing one thing repeatedly and getting a little bit better at it. It's solved by people taking big giant swings and doing a lot of different type of things. So I think as people spur their creativity and their artistic side, we're a lot more likely to come up with some of the biggest breakthroughs we'll ever see in our time of being alive. I know it sucks right now with people being out of work and trapped in their house and eating macaroni and cheese. But I think as all of those creative brains percolate and all of those artistic people start to come up with new concepts and new ideas, I think the world's going to be a better place at the end of this.
Yeah, man. I just think it's very important, very good to see artists and musicians and dancers and performers coming out to support each other and provide people with things that help the most in these times, which is arts. Yeah, man, it's just I love art so much. It was something about dark times, and in the dark times there will still be singing, and I'm getting emotional. Because art is just so important, and it means a lot to a lot of people, and it's the backbone of every society. And no matter the differences between individuals, there will always be art, and I think that's very nice.
I think it is more than a priority than ever because while there are people doing the important work, like health workers and people in the government trying to keep everything from falling apart, there are the rest of us who don't have a role in that really, and other than staying home. And what are you going to do when you're staying home besides working and going to school and stuff? You're going to be consuming art, or you're going to be making art. So I think it's a very high priority. A lot of people put it on the back burner, but they don't realize how much they need it until they look around when they're bored and they're like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to watch a TV show. I'm going to read a book, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy times, of course, and I think as people are kind of not able to do their routines that they used to and not going to work, and it gives them an opportunity to kind of like think about other things that are important besides like earning money, and kind of, I guess, their career and the bustle of day-to-day life, I think it'd be pretty cool if a lot of people picked up hobbies or any like form of art, I guess, as a part of this. At least it's like better than doing nothing, of course. So it would be pretty amazing. It's certainly no reason to put it on the back burner. If you can do it, do it.
Art is good. It should be supported. I wish more money went to it. I love supporting local artists, and if you can support local artists, do so. And also read a book. There's a lot of them out there. Call me. I can loan you one. I have so many.
Calling me out there too a little bit. Just hey.
How's The Martian? How's These Dividing Walls?
Okay.
How's the other one that I can't remember the name of, but I can think of the cover right now?